everybody, welcome back. It's the Age Gap Podcast. We are the Latchkey Kids, where
the more things change,
the more they stay the same, baby.
Yeah.
We have a hell of a show today. We have old friend, 3-time returning guest superstar.
You got the high score, dude.
Let's get it. I'll take it.
Jelloyd Spencer is on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
Lou, can you intro the topic? And you gotta address the elephant in the room. Some things look a little different, right?
Dude, they're looking pretty good. We are in a new space. Shout out to Founder Space. Thanks for letting us record here. We are officially in a studio with air conditioning. It's a little...
This is awesome.
It hasn't cut on yet, so hopefully eventually. But we got our friend Jelloyd here.
Happy to be here.
And in AC. Because when I asked him to be on the show, he's like, "You guys got air conditioning now?" I said, "Yes."
If you remember the first time Jelloyd was on the show, he was constantly mopping his head.
I was like, man.
He looked like a early 2000s ATL rapper with the towel, you know, like.
Dad was like, "How did that Django audition go?" I was like, "I don't know. That's not what it was for. It was a podcast." So I was like, man, we got it done though.
Yeah, we got
it done. You know what I'm saying?
We
keep it moving. You keep it moving.
Got a bunch of views, a lot of likes. I feel like
hold on, can I introduce a topic?
Yeah.
Today's topic.
Oh, yeah, straight.
Hollywood. Dun, 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 celebrities.
Celebrities.
It would be the rise and the fall of celebrities, the beginning of cancel culture. What makes a celebrity? What makes a star? Who was your first celebrity that you saw? First sighting. It's like seeing a Bigfoot in the wild, you know?
Right, for sure. We have to get used to this. I feel like I'm a mile away from you. We're used to being like,
we were real intimate for a while.
Table, right?
Exactly. Real intimate.
Kevin, get your hand off of my thigh. Like,
right. Exactly.
Part of the podcast.
Yeah. But yes, Lou, celebrities. So let's flip it to Jelloyd. Let the guests take the first one.
All right.
Favorite celebrity growing up? Idol, if you will.
My favorite, I was raised in a very religious household, so even the word idol around my dad he'd lose it. He'd lose it. Jesus is the idol.
Jesus is your favorite celebrity.
All you idolize. I don't want to hear nothing about Biggie Smalls. But for me, I think probably that boy Michael Jordan.
No,
me being such a big sports fan, I remember for me coming up, there was nobody bigger. Like for me, as far as like in my realm, maybe to some other people like the Michael Jacksons of the world kind of coming up for me. But for me, there was nobody bigger than like
Jordan, Jackson, Tyson.
Yeah.
Game 6.
Straight up. For me, it was that boy Jordan.
Yeah, every kid had that poster. Every kid had that tongue out.
A couple.
Yeah. Lou, what about you?
Oh, damn. My favorite celebrity growing up? It would have to be a comedian, honestly. Probably either George Lopez, or Chris Rock, dude. One of the two.
See, that's a little like later. Yep. Okay. I know you mentioned Lopez a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Chris Rock was huge when I was in college. Everybody had that CD. I'll do you one better. This is Age Gap. This is Lost to Time. This you can't mention anymore. Jelloyd might know what I'm scratching at. Bill Cosby.
That boy Bill.
Everyone loved Bill Cosby.
Look, Bill. And the crazy thing too is so crazy how time changes things because, and still, just very recently before he kind of got into some trouble,
some legal troubles,
some troubles, some trepidations. I remember people being like, man, if you're going to be watching comedy as far as studying people, you need to be studying Eddie Murphy. And one of the people that always came up, you need to be studying Bill Cosby.
Right.
Just the way he went about, kind of doing his comedy and writing and preparing his sets. I don't, and it's so wild, the things that he's accused of and the things that he went to jail for, but he didn't curse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lord forbid. You fucking keep your
Lord
pants,
forbid, right.
You keep your pants a little below the waist.
Right, exactly.
Didn't he yell at Eddie Murphy for cursing or something? He was like, You got a good thing, kid. Don't ruin it. You know,
and saying the N-word.
Yeah. Oh,
he got mad at Eddie for a couple of things. He was like, "You don't need to do that." You know, so it's so funny how time reveals all. I guess.
See, a lot of people out there, they only like our younger listeners. They only know Cosby as this fallen star. You have no idea. In the '80s, he was your dad. He really was. Like, I'm a white kid from Boston. Everybody loved Bill Cosby. It was like he crossed all this stuff.
He was a doctor.
He was Theo Huxtable. He delivered babies,
and he was a former athlete.
Oh,
a lot of people don't know. I don't know what college.
Temple. Wasn't it Temple?
Bill was like a three sport varsity letterman.
Track field.
That boy Bill was getting it in.
Yeah,
he was multi-talented. Multi-diverse, so it's funny. Like,
he promoted reading. He was big into like reading and stuff.
He promoted pudding.
Remember putting shit in people's drinks?
Pudding. Pudding. 2 types of pudding.
Yo. I'm trying. But do you remember?
Hey, we can't defend him too much. Come on.
For all the pudding.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
You gotta fucking keep it 100%.
No, you're right.
If we're giving it up to Bill, we also gotta give him a few shots.
You're right, Lou. You're
That's
right.
what he was doing. He was giving people a few shots.
But that's what this episode is about. It's the rise and fall. You said it in the intro. But jelloyd, do you remember Picture Pages?
No.
Picture Pages. It was Bill Cosby, and he would teach you how to draw.
Really?
Yeah, it came on before Sesame Street.
Bill was doing it all.
Yeah.
You know who I feel like kind of started off in that lane and then went completely like left and did his own thing was George Carlin.
He was the train guy.
Yeah, and Thomas
the Train.
He also did like on Richard Pryor's show. He did like school lessons and nursery rhymes and shit like that.
No way. Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne was in Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Really?
Yeah, he was the cowboy.
Crazy.
That's hilarious.
He was a black cowboy in Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Hollywood, you just be trying to get on, huh?
Yeah.
I got a role for you. Right? What?
Bro, oh my God. I saw this video, speaking of celebrity. I forget what his name is, bro, but he was a famous black actor. He was in like what was it? The one where they start off in Vietnam and then they end up doing like heists and shit, the movie?
Dead Presidents.
Lorenz
Dead
Tate.
President.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Presidents.
And then, so like he's taking a picture with somebody. I guess someone spotted him. And then the guy is taking a video. It's like, hey, look, it's the guy that was touching all his stepdaughters in that one movie. He's like, hey, pick another movie.
Yeah.
Pick another movie. Come on, man. Don't do that. Pick another one.
Right, exactly. I had brown sugar. I had a lot of rolls.
Out of all the roles, you picked that one. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Like being spotted on the
being
street.
a villain, like picking the villain role. I feel like it could go, if you do really well, it could go well for your career, but also kind of fuck it up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
true.
You might be too young to remember, but on that note, there was an actor. He was in the TV show Beverly Hills 90210.
I recall.
His name was Jamie Walters, and he got out of Hollywood. Exactly that, because in the TV show, he becomes like a girlfriend beater.
Oh, damn.
And he said everywhere he was going, and all they were like, leave Donna alone.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. Yeah. Like he was getting like death threats. He's like,
that's
woman
crazy.
beater. Yeah. He became like a firefighter. He's like, I don't need this.
You can't tell me nothing.
Get the hell out of.
How about this? Everybody was harassing, what's his name? We were just talking about the Cosby Show. The one that had Raven Simone as the daughter.
Yeah.
Lisa Bonet. Mm-hmm. That was her name.
Yeah.
They were all harassing her boyfriend in the show because
Elvin.
Yeah, because now he works at Trader Joe's.
I remember that. Like videotaping him and trying to make fun. The dude was like, guys, these Cosby checks stopped a long time ago.
Look, as soon as Cosby got in trouble, bro, where's my residuals?
People think you on TV, you rich forever.
I waited on him in New York City at an Uno's Pizzeria.
Wow.
And he's still, to be against, this is like 20 years ago. But yeah, he still thought he was the man.
He was the guy?
Yeah, I was like, dude. Yeah. I waited on Kid. Remember Kid from Kid and Play?
Yeah. Hilarious. Which one's the one that did all the VH1 shit afterwards? Was it Kid or Play?
Kid had the hair.
He was the one that did
Kid was light skinned.
He was the light skinned one. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember that? VH1, they would take all like the
I worked for VH1.
celebrities past their prime, and they would be like,
I wrote.
"Hey, react to these fucking funny videos right here."
They had a show or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Lou,
like,
how do you not know me? I wrote for that show, Best Week Ever.
or there was that. That's fucking sick.
I remember
There was that.
that.
There was I love the '90s and I love the '80s and all that shit.
I remember that.
And then True TV, they stole their whole shit and they went with World's Dumbest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was the shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, VH1 used to have that shit.
Yeah,
they really did.
The after school TV shows, bro.
100%.
You come home and that was the new after school special. Was fucking dumb criminals.
right.
all those like
Let's inspire the youth.
Yeah.
all those mid-level celebrities you're talking about. I wrote for them. I met all of them when I was
met Billy Baldwin?
Yes, all of them. And you think that the stupid sell was when I'm on the show that they're trying to put it off like they came up with it. No, there was like a dozen writers writing that stuff. They were just reading
15
scripts.
Kevins just fucking writing.
Getting underpaid, miserable, and then you go do a comedy show for like 13 people that night. You know. A million people are watching your writing, and then you're doing a comedy show and 15 people show.
Lord forbid you do one of the jokes from the show. They're like, "Hey, that's Billy Baldwin's joke."
Yeah,
you
right,
fucking
right.
thief.
Hack! You hack!
That's funny. So, Jelloyd, who was your first celebrity sighting? Like, who? Like, maybe it was in Atlanta, maybe it was in Houston, or could even be you moved here. You just seen them getting donuts down the street.
I'm gonna be honest. So it goes two ways.
Okay.
So my first, I guess for me, I'll say it goes like this. I love music. Like I've always said that. I feel if it weren't for like, family, God, and music, I'd probably be dead somewhere. I absolutely love music. So I have a lot of memories associated with the music. My first concert, I remember it was like Boys to Men.
Oh!
It was in Atlanta. And I was
To
just like,
the
yo,
end of
I made it. This is great. This is crazy, And I remember but I was kind of like young. I remember my first real concert, and I don't know what the hell my parents were thinking. Like this is just how everybody ain't situated. Being a good parent takes time.
Oh yeah.
We gotta learn.
You gotta learn lessons.
We gotta learn how to forgive our parents sometime.
Right.
For real, because we be so upset. It's like, well, they was young as hell too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget. Like, me and my sister were like, yeah, we want to go to the Hot Boys concert.
Yeah.
And my sister was like, my parents were like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like, so
bling bling.
yeah, right, exactly. Like, kill the bitch, hurt the bitch, stab the bitch. Like, and I was like, yeah. So I remember it was like the Hot Boys, man. Like seeing Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG, Birdman. That's definitely like an etched memory where I was like, oh, okay. These are real celebrities. Like,
stars.
These are celebrities.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hot Boys?
Rap stars.
That was like my first like, oh my God. Like, we really up in here.
Right.
That's definitely a memory.
Can I pull this thread real quick?
Yeah.
So, Jelloyd, you might not know this, but I was super big into hip hop.
Yes.
And
yes.
all that Atlanta sound, Juvenile, Hot Boys, all that was coming out like 2000. 99, 2000, right?
For the 99.
For the 99, yeah.
Straight up.
So I was in college and we had a computer lab and I didn't have internet. I had no knowledge of internet. It was just breaking news. So I went to computer lab and I was so into all that stuff. So I'm in the computer lab. There's tons of kids in there, girls, whatever. And I'm like, Hot Boys. Yeah, I want to see if I can get like what's going on. So I typed in hotboys.com.
Oh no.
Something else pulled up. That's hilarious.
It was like
Murphy, your computer privileges are bad.
all these girls are like, what the hell?
The hell?
I was like,
Two dudes just making out on the cover.
Why is there so much baby oil?
Why is this your wallpaper now, bro?
So much baby oil? It's crazy.
Yep. So I'll never forget Hot Boys. Yeah, that all that Atlanta.
I bet you
It's
won't.
a distinct memory for you.
Etched in there, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Juvenile with you better run for it, run.
That
Yeah.
was my dude. And I'll tell you another one too. And being from like, I was born in Louisiana, but I really, spent some time in Atlanta. I consider Houston to be home. That's where my family still lives. That's where I was raised. For me, being like such a fan of like the chopped and screwed movement, when I really ran into Slim Thug.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's what I mean. So I'm glad you told me about the concert, but what I meant was like, when was your first celebrity sighting, like outside of performance?
Slim Thug. He was at Greenspoint Mall. And Greenspoint was like the hood mall on the north side, but you never know who you would see. They used to have the little like cheap ass little jewelry kiosk and, you know, all that shit, you know, the cool shoe stores. And I'll never forget, I like pulled up one day, or I might have been with my family or somewhere. Maybe I was like, you know, old enough to be driving, and I'll never forget. I saw like Slim Thug illegally parked in a handicap spot.
Yeah, like, he's living his raps.
Straight up.
He's living his raps.
Straight up and down. Like candy blue Suburban. Like, and I was just like, oh shit, like Slim Thug. And I remember like telling like some of like my boys, and they were like, bro, like who? Like some of my cats that I met like later in like Atlanta, they're like celebrity. But for me, being a Houston kid from the north side, and like seeing somebody that we used to listen to all the Swisher House tapes, and he was doing so much, you know, like at
he's
a young
like,
age.
I be at the fucking mall, the
Walking in the
Greenpoint Mall.
handicap spot.
You're like, oh shit, he's doing the thing.
He a real one. He a real one. That was my first like eyes big wow. Like,
that's hilarious. When rappers live the life.
Yeah.
Respect.
I be driving down.
he really is at Roscoe's.
Right.
Holy shit.
Exactly. Forget that 90-year-old who was trying to get that space. This man is really living his raps.
That's funny.
Parked in a handicap in a blue Suburban.
On Swangles.
Some little
amazing.
fool named Lloyd come up.
right, exactly. Want an autograph, push him in his chest. Like,
Say what's up to Jelloyd.
Yeah.
the name don't make no sense. I was like,
That
you ain't
is-
got to say all that.
That is
Slim.
funny, bro.
You got to say all
My
that.
posse
hilarious.
jacked his ass in. Beat him.
Right. Whoop the fan to the ground.
And it's like happening like before you.
stomped on his chest. Why is this?
You're
how did they
listening
get this
to the
out so
song
fast?
while it's
Right.
happening to you.
How did they get this out so fast? This is ridiculous. I met him 20 minutes ago. How is it already on tape? It's already on the radio.
My boys stripped his chain,
Right,
kicked
right.
him in the teeth.
Took his insulin pack. We don't give a fuck. Like, god damn. Rap is bad. Rap is dangerous.
Yeah, it really is,
I was
dude.
like, yo.
Kevin,
Yo.
who was your first celebrity?
You ain't gonna believe it. I'm glad you flipped it to me. Sporting goods store in my hometown, outside the Boston Garden. I don't know why we were there. It was me and my mom. And Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
He was enormous.
Yeah, I
He
bet,
was
dude.
enormous. And he's looking at spandex. It was this famous sporting goods store. I don't know why. I think it was Mafia Run.
He was also living his raps.
Right, straight up. Right.
He had the giant hair.
It's in the game for me.
Yeah. And I was like, holy moly, like, Mom, can I go talk to this guy? You know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, sure. So there was two other little kids in front of me. And they're like, yay, can we have an autograph? And Warrior looks at him. He's like, just one.
That's hilarious.
And my mom grabbed me. She's like, this guy's a loser. You know, like, then we just like left the store. We bought.
I mean, she was
That's
right,
pretty
though.
cool.
Yeah.
She was right.
Yeah. I mean, like, what do you expect? He's in like, this is in the early 90s. He's in all like fluorescent colored clothing, standing up.
Not being inconspicuous.
6'3", you're enormous, you know, and like little kids want an autograph. So that was actually on my list.
Fuck
like,
off, kid.
most disappointing celebrity encounter. So that was my first and like most disappointing. I was
Damn.
like, damn, I watch you every Saturday morning. You know, I have your action figures, you know, but I bought SummerSlam, you know.
Yeah. Fuck.
So,
That sucks.
good
Never
one.
meet your, what do they say? Never meet your
your
idols.
heroes.
Your heroes.
and it only gets worse from there. Like I you know,
I
living
got
in-
stomped out by fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
what about you, Lou? Before we pull this thread, what about you? You're the LA native.
Yeah.
So,
So my bar is a little high.
okay.
Snoop Dogg
Damn, okay.
at the donut shop getting arrested
What?
for a music video.
Damn.
Oh, and he was
Yeah.
filming?
Yeah, I was with my grandpa, and so out in Sun Valley, where I'm staying at now. Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that.
believe it.
Business
Anyways,
out, right?
but anyways, out in Sun Valley, bro. That's where I grew up a little bit, and my grandpa, every Sunday, he would go to the donut shop, get a paper, get a half dozen donuts,
Right.
and some coffee. And one day,
I love a man with routine.
You don't just have churros sitting around the house, you know?
not this week, bro. Not this week.
Racism.
Cornerstone of this podcast, bro.
Exactly.
No, so so he was doing that. He had the whole routine and everything. And so this week, I just so happened to wake up early enough, and he's like, let's go. So I'm walking with him down the street, and just this tall ass motherfucker, bro, with a ponytail. He's getting arrested, and we're like, what the hell's going on?
In the donut shop?
Right outside.
Right outside?
Yeah, and we're like, what the hell's going on? And it was Snoop Dogg, and he was getting arrested by the short black guy, the little midget guy.
Yes, I've seen
it
him.
was part of the video.
Yeah, it was part of
okay. I thought he was like really getting arrested.
I saw that guy at the Outback Steakhouse in Burbank.
You know what I'm talking about? The elf?
I know.
Yes,
Bad
yes,
Santa?
yes, from Bad Santa. I know exactly.
You
what
know
you're
the
talking
Outback by the airport
Yeah.
in Burbank?
Mm-hmm.
I met him there. Yeah,
He passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to misquote, but I'm pretty sure because where I remember him, he was in Martin was my favorite sitcom. He was in Martin. He had a couple roles in Martin. So I don't want to like misquote, but I believe so. So if he did, rest in peace. But if not, that's wild though. So he was part of the video.
Yeah, it was part of the video. And I was like, why are they arresting Snoop Dogg? And then they yelled cut. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Because then he arrested him again. And I was like,
this keeps happening.
Yeah. Groundhog's Day. What the fuck? No, so I guess I met two celebrities that day.
Right, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
I saw Snoop Dogg and the guy from Bad Santa. And that was cool. And then so I waited because MTV used to do a thing. They did premiere of a music video.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
World premiere.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and so we got to see the music video later, and I was like, oh shit, he was at the park too, because he also recorded at the park. And we didn't get donuts that day.
Oh, man.
We weren't allowed. But that was cool, man. That was a treat on its own, you know? So
That's
I got
what's
to
up.
see
Yeah.
LA royalty. You know what I mean?
That is, yeah. That's a big one.
100%.
That's a big one. Speaking of rappers, you mentioned Slim Thug. I mentioned Kid. I mentioned Kid at the bar, but I used to bartend right across from the Source magazine. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Third time mentioning it.
No, sorry.
Classic.
But it was like Method Man. He's huge.
Oh, that's sick.
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
This was like all in the early 2000s. It was, they were pretty cool. They weren't too. Oh, my man, my dog, Tretch, naughty by nature. Tretch was my homie because they all sat in the restaurant. Tretch sat at the bar, and he had always like a smoking hot, questionably 18-year-old girl.
Oh, that was on the last episode. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She was questionable?
Yeah. We were like,
That's
kind of,
crazy.
he was like, it was like she was over 18.
Yeah.
Like, oh, kept it legal. It was like, but she wasn't old enough to drink it.
No,
We're like,
right,
kind of
right,
legal.
right,
Kept it
right.
kind of legal.
And he
That's
wore a
what's up.
bulletproof vest. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's what's up.
That's too funny.
Let me turn the question down. Well, actually, Jelloyd kind of mentioned that. Hometown celebrity. Let me take it this one. First female celebrity crush.
Oh.
That's a good one. First female
Either
celebrity
music,
crush.
acting, modeling.
Woman I like really.
Tyra Banks, maybe? I don't know.
Tyra wasn't
She had
really
a
my
lot
cup of tea.
So I'm more of the Selena type.
Hey,
Oh,
real
man.
talk though. Selena definitely got some. She got some argument in there. I saw Selena before she died,
Oh, no way.
and we used to have the
Like moments before you're like, no, don't, no.
right.
Don't park there.
And I didn't even really like. She was just kind of like getting big on the American side. But she's Texan, and big thing. No matter what color you are, like the Houston livestock show and rodeo, still to this day is humongous.
Damn.
White, black, Asian, whatever
You gotta
are,
be there.
We go to the rodeo.
You gotta
So
be
they
there.
have hip hop, they have Tejano, they have, you know what I'm saying, like reggaeton. They have all these different artists.
Country
So,
western.
yeah, her last time that she performed, I saw Selena there. So she was definitely one. But I think for me, man, Pam Grier.
Oh!
I ain't even gonna.
Foxy Brown.
I ain't even gonna cap. I've always you can talk to
Pam
different people.
Grier. Nice.
You know, you can be interested in different people. Me personally, you know, I'm a man. I like women, you know, so I'm not really body type, all those different things. Those aren't like of ultimate importance to me. But my type, we all got to be real with ourselves. We all got a type. I don't do too much like stopping and looking around. Pam Grier, just as far as like, and I was young, like when she was in, but just as far as grown, womanly, that shape, her self-confidence, her aura.
That's your archetype.
That's my thing.
Damn.
She was so sexy to me.
My introduction to Pam Grier was already in her later years.
Yes.
Which was
the Quentin Tarantino film.
The Tarantino movie.
Wag the dog.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. Yeah.
Jackie Brown.
And I was smitten just off of like badassness.
And this was in her older.
She was already older, but she still got like, some people age and you look at them and you're like, you have a very clear image of what they were when they were younger.
Come on now,
Yeah.
straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. I know
You ever see a lady
killing them.
Yeah.
Right. I know
You ever see a lady
killing
walking
them.
down the street
Right.
and you're like, you used to fucking, you used to be a problem
Right.
back in the day.
I know I'm here for my grandfather at the nursing home, but this one, his neighbor over here
Yeah.
is. I know you was
Just
something.
the way they carry themselves. You're like,
100%.
Jennifer
100%.
Lopez is in her 50s, but she'll always be 27.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she's just frozen. Sofia Vergara, another one.
Yeah.
Just frozen at that age.
Oh my God.
That was probably, that definitely rang a chord for me.
But speaking of Jennifer Lopez, this will take us into our next topic, the fall of celebrity.
Yeah.
Because right now she's having a tough go at it.
Why?
She having a rough month, ain't she?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Her shit is just catching up to her, bro.
Is she getting divorced again to that loser Ben Affleck?
Yeah. Hey, come on, dude. You might have to meet him when you go home.
I have that on the
You're
list.
gonna have to meet him when
Right,
you get
exactly.
home.
Hometown celebrity. That. But no. To explain.
He stole my whole thing. I'm retarded and smart at the same time.
I'll show you a picture after the show's done. I modeled my image in those.
After Ben Affleck?
I had the
Ben
same
Affleck.
hair. Remember that iconic hair?
That is true though. Like the celebrity you model yourself after when
Yeah.
you're a kid,
Yeah.
when you get older, you're very ashamed of.
Yes.
Like for me, Childish Gambino, I'm like, why? I hate him now. But like, and when I was a teenager, that's
your
who.
guy.
That was my. That's
was
what
your
I was.
guy.
I was wearing the short shorts. I was,
Yeah.
wearing fucking all types of crazy shit. Like one step above Kanye. That's Childish Gambino right there.
Now someone sends you a photo and you're like, ooh.
Bro, yeah. I remember when he got ruined for me, just a specific person became a huge fan, and I was like, I don't want to be lumped in with that guy.
You know what's hilarious on that note? Like you said it, like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon made careers in millions of dollars off making fun of people like
you?
Yeah. They weren't emulating us. But yet we went and we're like, yeah, this is the greatest movie ever. It's just like me. And
Well,
then
it's
you
like-
step back. You step back a few years ago and they're like,
Take a look.
the town is making fun of you.
Yeah,
Goodwill
right.
Hunting is making fun of you.
And I love both those movies.
Yeah.
Great
Right.
job.
And I'm like, oh.
Stereotypes.
Oh,
were
you get it.
Hey, stereotypes, they work, bro. If you're trying to,
some of them stereotypes.
you're trying to make a movie, that shit works.
We gotta stop, right?
Yeah.
Right. We gotta stop.
It stops with us.
Right. This movie is for the masses. This ain't for just for people from Boston.
Right.
This is for the masses.
That's like Cheech and Chong for me, bro. It's like, why do I like it so much? They're making fun of me.
right.
But for some reason, I can't get
You
enough.
love that shit.
I can't get enough.
What was the one with Paul Rodriguez?
Born in East LA.
Yeah.
He thinks Jesus is talking to him
Yeah.
through the answering machine.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
classic,
straight up.
ain't it? Ain't that a classic?
That is a classic.
my God.
Born in East LA.
But he's literally ripping a stereotype.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
like,
And I can't get enough of it.
I know that fool.
They can be funny sometimes, man.
Hell
They
yeah.
can be funny sometimes.
Even for like the
You gotta
rednecks,
stop.
like the Larry the Cable Guy and all
Yeah,
that
the
shit.
blue collar tool.
That shit was funny. I don't know why my dad was so into that. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know why he related so much.
He loved it.
I know.
Yeah, my stepdad loved Larry the Cable Guy.
My bass boat sucks too.
Yes.
That's funny.
I think it's just working class shit. But okay, so back to the fall of celebrity.
Yes.
Like for example, Jennifer Lopez right now. All the necks that you step on the way to the top, when they recover and finally they get their own platform, you're done. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
she's having a hard time right now because of a lot of people are saying that she was like fucking rude. She stole a lot of roles from people. Like
Damn.
she, did the whole climbing the corporate ladder. You know what I mean? She's a social climber type shit.
Can I go off on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cat Williams, a few months ago, he dropped that on Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Harvey was like, I want the Ocean's 11 Bernie Mac role.
Yeah, he was calling casting directors directly.
Wow. So Lopez was on the same tip?
Lopez was on the same shit. And
Wow. I wonder who she sabotaged, though. Was it like Selma Hayek or like...
Well, they say that the Fly Girls, she became one of the main Fly Girls in Living Color.
Yep.
But that was supposed to be Rosie Perez's spot.
Oh,
and she came in and basically jacked her whole
And they're
spot.
both Bronx chicks, right?
Yeah, she basically made her whole career off of being Rosie Perez.
Wow, and Rosie went down, man.
Yeah.
She had White Men Can't Jump.
Yep.
And that was pretty
and
much
that was
it.
And then Lopez came in and took everything else.
Wow.
Yeah. And so,
Rosie Perez was beautiful.
I love Rosie Perez.
Cardi B kind of ripped her shtick.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Oh, but that goes to another topic, bro. Replacing, like, every celebrity now is replacing another celebrity. Like, if you go through, like, the Hollywood yearbook, they're all the same face. Like,
right.
Robert De Niro, Robert Redford.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, not Robert Redford. Who was the guy?
Pacino?
In The Godfather. Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, no. Al Pacino?
No, I think Robert Duvall was in The Godfather.
He was in The Godfather. In the first one.
I forget what role he
played. And Robert De Niro just is the same fucking face.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go through all these famous actors, they're all just replacing the last generation of that guy. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the snake peeling the skin. You know, it's like the cast off, and you
see that a lot in comedy too, where like
for sure,
one person dies and another guy comes up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like
that's real.
There's only so many archetypes that you need.
100%.
In like to be.
It's all repeated.
Yep.
It's all repeated.
Hey, the more things change, the more they stay the same, baby.
It's not too much, Even I was like really looking at like clothes and stuff like that. We were really just wearing what people was wearing. And then I was like, I saw some kid, like, I was out the other day and he had on like Jinkos. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, them Jinkos, bro, like those used to be the jean. Like, they were, where I was from, they were primarily worn by Latinos.
Really?
Hell yeah. Like the Jinkos, like in Houston.
We be out here, dog.
That was like all the Latinos were wearing the Jinkos. Like, there were like other races, but people was kind of like looking at you.
If you don't know what Jinkos is, can you describe it real quick, Jelloyd? I know. I lived the life. Well, I didn't. But
what I see now currently, which looks like the current trendy jean, which is like very, very large, what I would describe as like almost skater type jeans.
Yeah.
They had the huge like Jinko tag brand thing like on the back pocket, and they were just like really, really baggy, really, really huge.
Like the belt, not even bell bottom, like, I don't know, parachute bottom.
It was like whoever was like skating, whoever was like moshing, whoever was like
raving,
whoever when the principal was like, man, get to class, they were like, man, fuck you. Like it was like all them cats like were wearing
those
like
guys wore Jinkos.
Like, they was all wearing the Jinkos.
And they had a belt. And remember the belt would go like down
to you down. Right, exactly.
Bro,
right.
Go to class, fuck you is the
exactly.
That was the perfect description.
Throw they milk and shit, they apples at the principal.
Hitting people with
Who
carrots.
did that? Like wearing airwalks and like
airwalk. Yeah, that's right. Airwalks, Vans.
That used to be where that's where I remember like the G. And I was like, man, they're back in style, and just that type of fashion, like y'all say, the more things change,
the more they stay the same, baby.
Straight up.
Yeah, no. All right, so I got a question for you, Jelloyd. Who was your, like, growing up, like we just said, everybody has their archetype, they have their thing. Who did you take your style from? Who was your biggest influence growing up?
As far as, like...
Celebrity.
So, but when you say style, you mean just the way I act and stuff?
The way you act, your comedy style, the way you joke, the way you dress.
So dressing, I was always different.
Okay.
Because I remember when I was like 13, 14, my mom was like, hey, this is it. I started working. So she was like, I'm not buying you no more clothes.
You buy your own clothes.
So she was like, and then of course, Christmas and different things like that. But I was pretty much, so I used to be, my ass used to be going to Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx. And, motherfuckers be like, why this motherfucker got on a Brooks Brothers, like long sleeve button up, and I try to do that with like some jeans or, something like that. So I was kind of into what was like trendy, but also at the same time kind of had like my own style. Had to make do, making it do what they do. But for me, as far as just kind of like, if I could think of somebody that I really respected, looked up to, and I've probably mentioned before, maybe on y'all show, man, Martin Lawrence for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like Martin was just like, to me, Boomerang is my favorite movie, which was an Eddie Murphy production that, Martin happened to be in. For me, that's what I can kind of really remember, because even though I had such a passionate love for hip hop, I'm thankful to God that like I had decent parents in my life. I never thought that shit was real.
Yeah.
I was never one of those kids that was like, yo, getting involved in the beefs, while I'm out here at school and shit like that on the tetherball court, like, yo. So for me,
I'm
it was
too
just
deep in these streets.
Fuck, man, fuck you, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like
That was him.
Yeah, right on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, that was
Shout
Kevin.
out
Down south.
617, baby. Yeah.
Down south, we were kind of riding with the West Coast, like for real.
That's what's up. I do feel like there's an exchange program with the South and like LA specifically.
Yes.
The Bay is a little different. They're a little more Detroit.
It's kind of similar, man. It's kind of similar. It was like, I remember that, like, because first of all, like the cultures, we have a lot of Latinos, where I'm from, specifically in Texas. California was kind of similar.
Yeah.
There was a lot of diversity. It was kind of spread out. And we kind of like, we had to like make do for like ourselves. Like I definitely remember like hearing East Coast stuff, but I will never forget the day I was up in the flea market, King's Flea Market. It was a popular flea market in Houston. I will never forget hearing Ice Cube, "Today was a good day" for the first time. I'm on the second level, like by the speaker section or something. Like somebody started playing that shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, man, this shit, like people just stopped just doing whatever they were doing. Like I was like, this is the hardest shit I have heard. Like, and then what we would do with the Screwed culture being so big, we would take popular stuff and then like DJ Screw, they slow it down. So that's how we would hear it. And I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy, but
that's pretty sick. That's one song that I learned word for word as a kid. Today was a good day, dude.
It was so big, bro. Like so big down there.
And the video was dynamite. It was always on MTV, Yeah. And plus, nobody got shot South Central LA. I gotta say, it was a good day.
He didn't even have to use his AK, bro.
Yeah, right.
Must have been a good day.
Remember the video and the cop? What's the line, Lou? The cops didn't pop me. And like the video, the two white cops just drive by, and he's like, he's already pulled over and whatever.
My favorite
police didn't even look in my direction as I ran an intersection.
My favorite was that Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I was like,
no smoke, no fog, and Mama cooked a breakfast with no hog. Yeah.
Ice Cube was my favorite at one time. I can't even lie. Like he was definitely. I've had those different times where you have your favorite rappers. He was definitely one of them.
Then he went on the court and he got a triple-double.
Come on
now. putting up LeBron numbers.
That's a good damn day.
But now
that's a good week.
That's a good right, exactly.
I wonder if he can ball, because now he has 3-on-3 league.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Got on the court.
Maybe he really did get a triple-double that
right,
day.
Triple-double. Do you know how hard that is to get a triple?
That's super hard.
Yeah.
In pickup court? In a pickup game.
On an asphalt court?
Where the game's usually played to like 21.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, but he got a triple-double.
I will say this about celebrity. I think that now
that's hilarious.
It's kind of like everything else in the world, where there's so much, especially after the internet, that things like you're not going to have. It's like the NBA, bro. There's not really like that star. After LeBron, there's really no superstar of a team. Everyone
agreed
has leveled out. pretty much. It's all pretty average now.
Well, now they're looking at the WNBA. Now the WNBA is getting more run.
Right, exactly. Because they still have stars.
What the hell is this?
They still need everyone else to catch up. Yeah. So I feel like the average is so high now that there's really no breakout. Mm-hmm. Same thing I feel like with like celebrity.
Well, that's a good point.
I think that we're not really going to have celebrities anymore. It's just everyone's going to have their guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's maybe this guy is not on TV. He's not known by millions, but 100,000 people fuck with this guy. Like hella.
That's
you know
real.
what I mean?
And the definition of what a celebrity is has changed.
Absolutely.
Like a celebrity,
what do you mean?
A celebrity used to be a sports star, a movie star, or like maybe one other, like Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those were celebrities. Mm-hmm. Like, Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Bo Jackson, like, those were celebrities. Right. Now, you're a celebrity, obviously, for a variety of different reasons and ways. Like, in a lot of part of the celebrity, too, that's real interesting in today's times, people are becoming celebrities because of infamous behavior.
Yeah, for being bad.
You used to be a celebrity based on, like, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he's a great actor, or you're really well known.
Right.
Like, you're really well known, and there was like no negativity really attached to it. Even though we may have not known certain things. Oh. Now you're a celebrity based on like
notoriety.
That bad behavior. A lot of times, you know, obviously it can't be too bad, you know, but like negative behavior, or like, I think about like Bad Baby, who like got her start on the Dr. Phil show.
Oh, that was
she's like the highest earning.
Catch Me Outside.
Oh. She's making $50 million from OnlyFans.
What a
you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, we live in a wild world, like where like this is the transition to exactly what it means to be a celebrity. Yeah. You know, like that is completely changed. And there are some people where it's like it's valid, like in the comedy circuit, where you have the internet. And it's like somebody who's doing sketches or somebody who's doing podcasts, like you can blow the fuck up. I think that's the good part of it. But then you have other people who like, it's not as big as it used to be, but I remember like maybe like 2 to 6 years ago when the pranking just got so big. And I'm just like,
that's another episode we're going to be doing soon. Is pranks.
That shit to me, I'm like, anytime they be getting hurt, I'm just like, I just look at, I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody, but I'm like, y'all gonna fuck around and get killed, bro. This ain't a game to everybody. So it's just very interesting to me, like what the definition in 2024 of a celebrity is. You can be a celebrity based on a lot of different things.
And you can be a celebrity and not have, like you said, an action connected to it.
Correct.
So
100%.
So like,
you don't necessarily do something that's like,
you're just famous.
Correct.
Like back in the day it was like Leonardo DiCaprio, actor.
Right.
When they do the interview for you, they have the dash and your occupation.
Yeah. Correct.
Nowadays it's just like celebrity.
YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A lot of different things to be called a celebrity.
Jelloyd, you just nailed it. I had my own like cable access show 10 years ago. I used to talk about this. And the pranks weren't even like you remember like Candid Camera, like
or Punked, like stuff like that. Like
it was like, I'm gonna walk up to this guy and punch him in the face. It'll be hilarious. Right. I was like,
or I'm like, I've seen the one where it's like, or you know, it's a variety of people that do it, but I was just saying like, just to instigate like
a fight.
I saw this one dude and it was like his thing is just like. He sees a guy who's with an attractive woman and he says something like disrespectful to the woman. And I'm just like, bro, like, me personally, listen.
You're about to be a famous corpse,
bro. Like, I'm like, look, dog, like, I'm pretty cool with words. Like, you're not going to, like, really get me too excited with words, but I'm just, the fact that there is an audience for that.
Right.
It's just like, it's wild to me. Like, that shit is corny to me.
And doesn't that homeboy, is this the same guy? He has, like, personal security with him too.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I don't know the guy, but
he has like a huge black guy with him, and he's like talking.
I'm sure he does because his cowardly behavior.
You sent me the video. The dude gets snuffed out. He's like at a frat party. He's like hitting on all the girls.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, hey, like one guy's like, hey, chill out, man. And like
punches him.
And then you always see him, and when somebody really get riled up, hey, it's a prank. Hey, and I'm just like, bro, come on, like.
Yep.
So you know, there's a lot of
you seen the one
of celebrities.
You seen the one because everyone wants to be a celebrity now. Mm-hmm. There's one of a guy, he's doing a prank and he goes up to some dude and he's like G-checking him.
Whoa.
And the dude's like, hell nah. Pulls out the gun starts shooting at him. He's like,
Oh,
and then
wow.
he's running, and the guy with the camera's like, "It's a prank! It's a prank! It's a prank!"
yeah.
And he's like, "It's a prank? What's this for? YouTube?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's on YouTube." He's like, "All right, well, follow me on YouTube."
That's
Shout out to my subscriber.
Right, exactly.
You know, we keep it real out here.
You know.
That actually brings me to a point I want to hit. I love the fact, I love this show, Jelloyd. You know, I really do. I like doing it, but I hate the YouTuber. I do hate the YouTuber. But the death of celebrity, in my opinion, reality TV.
I feel that.
Well, because that's what blurred the line of celebrity.
Yeah. Survivor. Remember Survivor was like one of the first. Well, the first reality TV show was Cops.
Yeah. But I love that show. That was my shit.
This is my 6th appearance on Cops. Like, am I up for like a cable ace award?
Right, exactly. Put that PCP down, Dwayne, or I ain't gonna tell you again. Yeah, that Cops used to be lit. Boy.
Yeah,
I used to look forward to it. I love Cops.
Cops was awesome.
Get to see white people get arrested.
Exactly.
Anytime it's at Jacksonville, Florida, you knew a white guy was going
This might
down.
be a good episode.
There's the trailer park. Yep.
Right.
And he's shirtless. Yep.
Oh, you can't wrestle gators. You can't wrestle gators out here. It's like,
Without a permit.
Right, exactly.
Without a permit.
But once
They're
they
strict on the permit.
once they started introducing, and I worked at VH1 and MTV, the Kardashian show, the Paris Hilton show was Simple Life, all that stuff. That's like Lou, like you said, like the line was really getting blurred.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm famous for being famous.
like Jelloyd said,
That's real.
Princess Diana, like Paris Hilton was famous for her last name.
Mm-hmm.
Like she didn't really do anything.
No.
Right.
You know,
100%. 100%.
Lionel Richie's daughter.
Nicole Richie.
Yeah, same
I remember
thing.
them times. Yeah, Nicole Richie. And we still, I mean, like, they still kind of have it. It was funny, too, because I'd had a friend, and he was actually, like, working. He kind of told me he was working on something. And I was like, what you working on? And he was like, oh, I'm doing something for, like, Jocelyn from like Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, damn. I was like, she's still going, huh?
Oh, wow.
You know, like, because I remembered when she was like with Stevie J and she's transitioned this into a whole thing. But if you
being married to someone is the famous now.
That's a famous thing too. Or being in a relationship with them.
Right. Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Yep.
How many people she's made famous just for fucking taking that down?
J-Lo actually was the first to do that. Remember she dated
Ben
like
Affleck?
the background dancer.
Chris.
Yeah, she was married to a background dancer.
That's hilarious. He don't even get a last name. He's just Chris.
But
Chris, right.
He was Kevin Federline.
Kevin Federline, yep.
I saw him at the airport once. He was like 250 pounds now.
Smoking a cigarette.
These kids get on my damn nerves.
He was huge. I was like, damn. But yeah, that was also a thing.
Yes, sir.
People forget J-Lo's been around a little bit.
She's Jenny from the block.
She was with Diddy.
Although
She
she's
was
really
with
not.
Diddy.
Oh yeah, you're
She
right.
was with Diddy. Not only was she with Diddy, when he had the shootout in the club, she was with him that night.
Right.
She was about to have to go to court.
Right.
She did have to like kind of answer to some of those charges.
Then
like,
who's the
J-Lo was thugging out here.
Yeah. Remember she would
J-Lo
wear
was
the
thugging.
she would wear colors. Remember she'd wear like the headbands and
Shit,
stuff.
I don't remember that.
And I think she had dreaded hair or braided
all
hair.
fake.
Yeah.
It was all fake. That's the thing. She got exposed for being fake.
And then that guy took the gun charge. Shine. His name was Shine. Or he was like
Shine.
up and coming in Bad Boy.
Oh, how did we forget that? The fall of celebrities. Diddy, dude.
Diddy.
Fucking Diddy.
Rest in
Diddler.
peace.
The diddler.
Is he on the? He's on the lam, isn't he? Like nobody.
No, he's basically what's going on.
He's pretend
right
hiding.
now
Oh,
is
okay.
He's basically getting rid of all of his assets, putting those in other people's names. He sold off his shares of Revolt. He's done a lot of different things like that. He dropped his lawsuit against Sean John. He has a couple of liquor companies. So I think what he's doing is trying to make sure, because the Fed's already raided his place. Anytime they're doing that, there's typically a case that comes later. So I think what he's trying to do is just make sure that he's got everything allocated in like somebody else's
mitigating
names.
damage.
100%.
He's got his
Because
go bag.
I think there's a very strong chance that they're trying to come for him.
Damn, he's gonna like share a cell with R. Kelly. Speaking
It's
of
possible.
the falling star.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's It's a very strong possibility.
Well, who was it? Was it Jelloyd or we had someone on the show? He said Mace. That's why Mace got out of hip hop.
That was Baca.
Oh, that was Baca. Baca said, "Okay." He was like, "I gotta get."
That was Jelloyd, but buff and brown.
Yeah,
I remember that. I watched. So Mace used to live in Atlanta, bro. I watched when Mace was kind of going through some of this. He was preaching.
Yeah,
So I used to go to his church.
Damn.
I used to go to Mace Church. No cap, bro. Like there was this girl that I was friends with, and she was like, yeah, like she went to Mace's church. So we would go check out Mace.
Wow.
So this was kind of like he got out of hip-hop.
He must have seen some
I'm sure.
awful things.
I'm sure. But and I think he was, I think it's, obviously it's probably like no one reason, because there were a lot of people who were still hanging around. But, I think for him, he was in a different space. He was in a different place. He tried to do some different things. And I have heard him kind of speak about that. Like,
is he a good preacher?
He wasn't bad. I was waiting for him to break out some dance moves, like, do something like
some Harlem Worlds.
Like, can you rap the scripture? This ain't entertaining me. Right. This ain't entertaining me. But it was cool. I went a couple times.
Nice.
That's what's up. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we do gotta wrap it on up. We went a little bit over, but this is a great episode.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. We appreciate you.
Anything you want to promote, Pump?
Yeah, plug yourself.
Man, just, follow me. First of all, like I said, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Appreciate the opportunity. It's always fun coming on the Age Gap Pod. But check me out, all things online, man, at Jelloyd JMJ. Got a few things that I'm working on. Should be coming out soon. So that's YouTube. That's all social media, JELLOYD JMJ. But I appreciate y'all, man.
Nice.
Of course. And as always, you can follow us on YouTube at Age Gap Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, agegap.pod. And if you like the song that's playing right now,
Donnie Narco.
made it. Thank you guys. Peace.
All right, peace. Thanks.